Hi everyone, Miss Fernandez here, and today we're going to be working on subitizing. Big word, right? Well, really, it just means looking at a group and knowing how many there are without having to count them one by one. Now, you might see two smaller groups and put them together, and that's okay too. So today what we're going to be looking at are dots on cards. The first set of cards, the patterns might look familiar to you because they're the patterns that we see on any dice that you see. So let's take a look at these. I'm going to show you the card very quickly, and I want you to say out loud how many dots you saw on that card. So let's take a look. Ready? Here's the first one. How many dots did you see on that card? Right, there are 2 dots on that card. See? 2. Now, you didn't have to count them 1, 2, did you? You just looked at it and said, oh, I know, there's 2 dots on that card. Let's take a look at the next one. Here we go. How many dots did you see on that card? Right, there are 3, just like you would see on a dice. 1, 2, 3 in a diagonal. Let's take a look at the next one. How many dots did you see on that card? There are 4. This is the dice pattern that you would see on a dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay, here's the next one. How many dots did you see on that card? Let's take a look at it. Oh, there are 5. You can look at this and just automatically see, oh, there are 5, just like on a dice. I see the 4 that we saw before with 1 more in the middle. 4 and 1 more is 5. So when you see this, you just see it and say, oh, I know, this is 5. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Do you think you know what the next one's going to be? Let's take a look and see if you're right. Ready? How many dots did you see on that card? There were 6, just like on a dice. 3 here and 3 here. 3 and 3 are 6. Okay, so now the next ones are not going to be patterns that you would have seen on dice, but we're going to look at them and you can maybe see different patterns. Maybe you see a group here and a group on this side, and then put them together to tell me how many there are all together. Let's take a look at the first one. Ready? How many dots did you see on that card? Yeah, there were 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here comes the next one. Ready? How many dots did you see on that card? How did you see them? What groups of dots did you see on that card? There's 5 altogether. I see a group of 2 and a group of 3. 2 and 3 together makes 5. All right, here comes the next one. All right, time to focus. I'm going to show it to you very quickly. How many dots did you see on that card? How did you see it? What kind of groups did you see on that one? All right, let's take a look at it. Oh, I see 4 right here, just like the 4 on a dice pattern. And I see 2 right here. 4 and 2 more is 6. So there are 6 altogether. Here comes the next one. How many dots did you see on that card? How did you see it? Did you see any familiar patterns in that one? Let's take a look at it. Oh, look, I see a 5 right here. So this is just like the 5 on a dice. So I see a 5 and 1 more. 5 and 1 is 6 altogether. So there were 6 in that on that card. Here comes the next one. Ready? How many dots did you see on that card? How did you see them? Were there any familiar patterns in this one? Let's take a look at it. Oh, I see 4 right here and 1 more. 4 and 1 more is 5 altogether. There are 5 dots on this card. All right, here comes a little tricky one. Ready? Here we go. How many dots did you see on that card? Did you see any groups of dots that you could put together? Let's look at it. I see that group of 5 dots right there. So I see 5 over here and 2 right here. 5 and 2 more is 7 altogether. 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 dots on that card altogether. Hey, here comes the next one. This one's a little bit different. Let's take a look at this one. Ready? How many dots did you see on that card? Did you see any groups of dots? How did you see those dots arranged? Let's take a look at it. Oh, look, I see 2 up here, and I see 3 down here. So 3 and 2 go together to make 5. So there are 5 dots on this card altogether. Okay, here comes the next one. How many dots did you see on that card? How did you see it? Did you see any groups of dots? Let's look at it. Oh, I see a group of 3 right here and another group of 3 right here. So 3 and 3 go together to make 6. So there are 6 dots on this card altogether. All right, now we have the last one. Let's take a good look at this one. Are you ready? All focused? Here we go. How many dots did you see on that card? How did you see it? All right, let's take a look at it. Oh, well, I see a row of 3, 1, and 3 more. But when I see this, I know a row of 3 and another row of 3 are 6, just like a dice pattern. So I see 6, and then I see 1 more in the middle. So 6 and 1 more go together to make 7. So when I see this card, I know that there are 7 dots on that card. So that was just a little bit of subitizing, and I will see you guys again in the next one. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your day.